Okay, so today I want to talk to you about the creative process and how enlivening and untapped it actually is in terms of us using it as a modality for transformation. And I first wanted to talk to you a little bit about how, well, first of all, it can really allow us, to tap into something much greater than us, um, to tap into self knowledge and to wisdom that wants to come through us. And oftentimes, a thing that's in the way of all these amazing sources of inspiration and of energy and of life force and of goodness, of all this collected, sensuality that we collect over our lives and sense impressions and perceptions. And, there's this place where this thing can all dance for us. Um, and come to life, but there's something that gets in the way, and it's equal to a bulldog or a dog that's sort of yapping in your home as the mailman comes to your house. Um, and it's like the ego and the intellect gets really in the way of this process. And I just want us to sort of dive into this imagery a little bit more with the dog. So I had a dog when I was growing up. It was this cute little mutt, part lab, part something else, a little black dog, a little mischievous, full of energy. And as soon as the mailman would come, she would start barking and barking and barking. And it was really hard to get her to stop because she was like, "There's something coming to the door, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna alert. There's some danger here. It's unknown." And when I think about it, if this mailman had come and become known to my dog would have stopped barking because it would have been something, she would have been tamed and sort of, there'd be a relationship with it, right? And so oftentimes our intellect works in that way too. Anything we don't know, we want to sort of, you know, get all tense around it and push it away and dissect it and push it and control it. And it's like, danger. Um, but we have to learn to access these great places of nourishment, of knowledge, of power, and of the creative soul that wants to be part of our life, be part of this whole human experience. um, we have to sort of learn as well to get the dog to to relax, to step back, to maybe even have some tricks and sort of get them to get distracted, maybe with some sort of game or something that gets them to not realize that the mailman's coming with these packages and going to insert them into your mailbox, and for you to actually receive all these great pieces of information. We'll forget about the bills and all that stuff, but all the great news and information and maybe like messages that came from long lost friends, that are precious to you, that can come into the door. So, what is this process? What does it look like? Well, yeah, there's this piece where we have to learn to tame that dog and um, to let these things come in, because really what we are these antennas of wisdom, or these antennas of perception, we're these antennas of letting something take form almost in this dreamlike quality. We know we have dreams, we take all these sense impressions and make stories out of them, but they're there also almost as symbolic kind of pieces of goodness for us to inform our way, to inform our understanding of our becoming in life. So it's a very powerful, potent way to access our inner lives, knowledge that we're carrying, things that we need to know about our future, to be able to go into the future, to bring forth an enlivened relationship with our future. So, yes, in the incubator, we love doing this because it's something that you can't just do in one shot. It's one of these things that you have to slowly unravel and give space to, so that this root can start rooting itself, this kind of confidence, this calm, that dog slowly relaxing and allowing these amazing things to take form, to sort of grow into something amazing. So over this 12-week process, there's um, a growing of this piece of opening up so that we can receive more and more through this sort of portal of information. That's our body, that's something greater from, a bigger source of inspiration from source. But there's this beautiful piece that we can start learning how to do to access, instead of just being in that place of control, or the place of dissecting and criticizing and judging, and and keeping us in this contracted state. So the more that you access this, the more you get this enlivened hit of life force coming through you, and that quickens actually all these parts of yourself that might have been dormant, that might have been asleep, that need to be expressed and celebrated in these creative ways, right? So that's what we do. We kind of create this beautiful growing process of almost like this warmth that keeps on warming up and allows for this life to emerge. And participants have often told me, like, oh my gosh, like, I just didn't know I was carrying that, or oh my gosh, I didn't realize I could do that, like access this. Or they're getting excited every session to come back and be like, I wonder what's going to come through this time. Because we build this and strengthen this kind of intuitive, poetic sense that can give us this powerful information about ourselves and give us healing, because we tap into things that we don't even realize that we're still holding, and it gives it a space to live, to sort of be evacuated or digested or dissolved, so that it can become like this kind of like a skin on a snake, sort of, it's like this beautiful skin can now like sort of shed, and that snake can keep on in this new, fresh, renewed way go forth in their life. But at the same time, the relic of this beautiful piece of skin, I don't know if you've ever collected a piece of skin from a snake, but I had the opportunity of finding one full whole one, and it's this translucent, beautiful, almost lacy quality to this skin. So that's your poetry, that's your words, those are the things that sort of can live on into the world as this kind of this gift, this offering to the world, of your soul process. It's like your soul shedding can become gold for other people, can be gold for you. So yes, I just want to honor and celebrate. It's really something that I have been really working on pretty much my whole life, knowing how to guide and experience this creative process, to let it be something that moves you and allows you to express all these bigger things, and your full humanity, to access. I was thinking about this morning, that sometimes when we want to work on ourselves, we focus on things and we want to work on them. But the beauty about the creative process is that sometimes it's going to bring you things that you didn't realize that were there, that are important. Like, you might acknowledge and allow things to be expressed, that might feel like, oh, this is a bit of the shadowy side of myself. But it's like, no, this is what gives power to our pieces, right? So we have to get there and embrace them fully. So yes, I want to make a formal sort of invitation to you, that if you sort of feel that you're someone who, you love the creation process, but you feel like you need to access more of it, if you feel like you're not fully accessing the richness of your whole what your antenna can actually capture and bring in, if you feel like you are on these creative projects but you're a little bit stuck, or if you just know that there's part of you that feels dulled with life and it just needs to be quickened and enlivened, and want to discover all the poetry that's living inside of you, and be part of this 12-week process with us as we go through the book Sex Up Your Life, and give each other, I sort of have designed these exercises to break through like the intellect in terms of how it tries to control. I sort of found tricks to sort of trick it, to allow it to open up and allow it to play more. So this creates a result where, participants are like, I just honestly didn't even know that was coming through me. And it can be these one-shot deals. 5 minutes, they write down this thing, and it's like this piece of amazingness. So I would love you to be part of this process with us. We have still a few spots left. So just if you're interested in having this amazing transformation that keeps on building from week to week, please PM me, private message me, and we'll find out how to get it all organized and have you jump on with us. We're starting on the 11th of November. We're very excited to have this with you. So yeah, just reach out and we'll get things going. So big hugs to everyone, and I hope that was inspirational to you. And yeah, just love to hear back. Talk to you soon. Bye.